when we talk about exploration, we hear again, there are different ways to explore. We as analysts need to investigate the situation as we discussed. We need to consider different perspectives. We need to do a lot of secondary research, secondary studies, primary studies, get to involve with people, go through the internet, do some initial research, go through the industry reports and try and understand what is said about this particular product, application, service. We need to engage with people, talk, listen to a lot of different recordings and podcasts and things like that. So again, it's all about the broader knowledge of things. That's where I say that a BA should actually have, if you ask me, BA should have, if you really talk about the T curve, so BA skills are like a T curve. So you've got broad knowledge of the industry and things like that, and then you've got vertical knowledge about that. So as a BA, the ideal thing is you should have a huge mile-wide breadth and then inch depth. So the depth or the specific aspect of a specific knowledge about a particular field should not, you don't need to really be expert in that, but you should be just enough to know about that something. But then you need to know a whole lot about all the other things that are related to it. So that's where the mile wide and inch deep concept comes in. So I would think that if you ask me simply as to what a BA needs, I would say that it's the mile wide and the inch deep knowledge about anything in this world. That's what sets you the best as a BA. You don't have to be an expert in everything. That you need to know the right people and the right resources for you to get the best things. That's what is a good BA's skill. And in terms of the other things we need to share the insights, we need to share the knowledge, the experiences, and that's where the communication skills of BA comes into picture. So it's all about 99% of the BA's time is actually about communication. It's about either written communication, writing requirements, using Jira, writing stories or things like that, multiple different tools there. And it's about interacting with the teams, interacting with the customers, stakeholders, discussions, workshops. You see that the whole picture that we've seen just now in terms of what a BA does. About 80% roughly, if not more, is actually about communication. And that's the important asset of a BA. Because end of the day, that's what we tend to do. And not necessarily BA. I mean, nowadays everybody does that with all the WhatsApp and social media coming in. Pretty much most of our time is engaged in communication with other people. And then the other important thing is how you're going to use all the experience, all the knowledge, all the assets that you have built up over these whole timeline, and how you're going to influence the decisions and then help make the decisions of the key stakeholders in the right way, in the positive way, how you would like to do that. So it could be the customers, it could be the senior stakeholders, senior management team, the CEOs, it could be the CXOs of your own team, of your own organization, or that of your client. How you're going to actually help influence, that's again a big asset for a BA. And the most important thing is how you can really lead this whole thing. How can you structure? How can you show the leadership? How can you be on the top of things? How, in terms of your personal as well as professional, the aptitude, attitude, and the behaviors that would set you apart from the rest of the professionals as a BA. That's what I think is a great asset. And the best thing with being a BA is you actually can get the exposure, not just to one person or things. You actually can get to speak to the top, right to the top man, top person, the CEO, as well as the person who's sitting in the corner, doing his number crunching. So that's the best advantage. You can actually get to work with a lot of people, both outside. I've done a lot of different user studies, field studies in US, in China, and India, everywhere. I mean, that's the beauty of a BA. I've done loads of traveling. I've been to all these countries, met so many different people, talked to them, listen to them more than talking, because an analyst is supposed to listen more and then talk less, if you ask me, pretty much in terms of professional stuff, because we ask questions. So once we get the answers, then obviously we need to use that knowledge to come up with the proposed solution.